Your child says, I hate you, and how you can break that revenge and retaliation cycle. I will share a few examples today about what you can say to your child so they still feel loved, even though they are making material demands that you might not be able to meet. My name is Annette, and I'm a parent encourager, and I believe that you deserve a calmer home. I was working with a client recently, and she shared with me how she was just finished all her Christmas shopping. We're on a countdown here at the moment. If you watch this at any other time, this is really relevant if your child is wanting you to spend more money and it's not an option at that moment. So she'd done all her Christmas shopping and the child picked out something else. And she said to me she was at a loss, and she said to the child, no, you can't have that. I have got no money. This was meant to be on top of all the Christmas presents the child had requested. So the child got really mad and said to the mom, I hate you. And she had just been working with me, and the child also added, I can't believe you're doing a parenting course and you don't even know how to be a good parent. And she said she felt so hurt and so disappointed in her child. And she said to me, if she had replied to or reacted to her parent in the day, she would have been punished so heavily. So she said to me that she tried in the past to remove privileges, and sometimes she would just feel so guilty that she had nothing left to say other than, after all I've done for you, this is how you repay me. She was considering taking out a loan because she's also a single mom, and she shared that the father, who's working more hours than her, is able to afford to spend more money on the children's Christmas presents than her. And she said that she would be broke for all of January if she did that. Before I share with you how we came up with a solution for her situation together, I want to refer to a video I recorded recently. In it, I explained about that deep need of the child to belong. We can see it like their primary goal, and how the child will try through trial and error to find that belonging, even if it's perceived by us, the parent, to be a mistaken way. This third stage of discouragement, the child has mistakenly picked up a belief that they don't belong, and that really hurts them. So this child is convinced that they only count when they can hurt others back. And we call this seeking revenge. And in the past, what we used to do, and I've got a pirate hat because it's this whole you steal my treasure and I steal yours. It's this eye for an eye mentality. And in traditional parenting, a parent might have reacted with, I'll show you, and then punished back. And then this is almost like adding insult to injury, because this child is so deeply discouraged. They need encouragement the most. This parenting approach is all about digging a bit deeper and finding that which we can't see. So here's my suggestion for you. Rather than reinforcing that belief of I'm not worthy, we could, in that situation, validate the pain that's going on. And even if I can't tell you to not take it personal, because that really hurts. What is something that would help in that situation is to say, I see that you're really hurt, to validate that pain for the child, and to say, why don't we just cool off and walk away? And when we feel calmer, we'll talk about this later on. If you're interested in how to make agreements with your child beforehand, I've created a parenting training. It's 9 modules, and it comes with an activity book and your own toolbox, which you have lifetime access for. I charge it by household, and I'm currently offering a single parent discount, which is on request. And particularly module 5 is all about how to be mutually respectful with your child, how to problem solve, how to follow through on agreements, and what the difference is between imposing consequences which could easily be perceived by the child as punishment. So when it comes to teaching our children about money and maybe how we might have limits depending on your situation, we found it helpful to give them an unconditional pocket money since they were 5 years old, started school, and were able to count. I'm super passionate about resolving conflict and finding solutions for situations that are respectful to ourselves, and in this case our budget and our needs, and where we respect our children as well. Because in that style of old where we were very firm with children, what can happen then as a result, and where maybe children were punished for mistakes. One of my next videos is all about how we hold our children accountable and learn that setting boundaries is part of the family unit cooperating together. And when they go out into the world, when they are older, this is all about having that long-term vision. They will be used to someone else setting their boundary rather than in ways of old, where that when a boundary was set, then if we were punished as children for setting a boundary, then what an adult may do later on is, if someone else sets their boundary, they feel like they need to punish that other party. So in summary, it doesn't have to be that way, and we can acknowledge the hurt our child is going through. And often your child might not want them to fix their challenge or their frustration they're going through. They might just want to feel understood, and they want to be seen and heard, and to validate for them that it is really unfair that maybe the friend is getting the latest PlayStation or whatever that may be. So in my client's situation where the child really wanted that latest toy, she asked the child, what would help you to use a toy you already have for what you want to build? If your child is receiving pocket money, maybe ask them questions like, how long would it take you to save up for it? Or just to simply ask them, what are your other ideas how we can save that money together as a family? Or how could we budget something maybe the next time we go out and we limit our budget? That can be a lot of fun, where children, you give them an amount and you say, okay, this is our limit, going to a restaurant or similar. And you say, you're going to put a meal together for the 4 of us or the 3 of us. And be surprised how capable children are in solving those problems. If your child feels discouraged, remember that he or she needs continuous encouragement, just like a plant needs water, and so do you. Trying to parent in a different style or in a different way how you may have been parented takes time and courage and patience. I'm going to link a video up here to reassure you that you don't have to get it right all the time.